Hey everyone, it's Corinne with Connecting with Corinne, and today is day 31 of the yoga poses. And today's pose is corpse pose. So before we get into the corpse pose, I just wanted to thank you all for joining me for 31 days. It's been amazing, and these are just some of the beginning poses that yoga has to offer. The Vishnu Ghosh lineage has about 84 poses. Ashtanga has something about that as well for number wise for poses, and there's so many that you can do that work your hips back. There's tons of different inversions, arm balances as well. So this was just the tip of the iceberg. I chose most of these poses for the 31 days just because most of them you will see in an intro or beginner yoga pose yoga class. So these poses will be usually in a flow class. And this last pose, corpse, Shavasana, is, you will see it in every single yoga class at the end. So the reason why we do Shavasana at the very end is it balances the body. You absorb all the benefits from each and every pose when you lie in Shavasana. And this one is good for balancing the entire system. It's good to reduce anxiety, lowers blood pressure, and it just brings peace and calmness into your life. I've been told by many yogis or many teachers before me that this is the easiest pose to get into, hardest one to master. And the reason is, especially after a class, or since this is the last pose of the class, I know for myself sometimes I'm just like, I just need to go, I need to go shopping, I need to do this, and this, and our mind is going. So it's not necessarily our body, it's our mind. So Shavasana really connects us back to our breath, and really tries to push us away from thinking too much and just allowing ourselves to be present in this moment. So let's do Shavasana. So thanks again for joining me, and let's go do corpse pose. So we come to our mat. I have my bolster here only because you can, if you have a pillow or a bolster and you prefer, you can place your bolster or pillow underneath your knees just for a little bit more lower back support. So you can do this if you like, or if you prefer, which is what I prefer, is just to kind of get my bolster away and just to have my legs down. My heels come together or close together, toes fall open, arms are down on my sides. So that's how I like to do Shavasana. Other people like to be a bit more of a starfish. You can be more of a starfish. Really, whatever feels good for you at this time. And the goal here is just to breathe. So closing our eyes, taking deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose, and allowing yourself to relax. So in various yoga classes, sometimes I will walk students through a relaxation exercise. I do a couple of them. So one of them we can do together is, let's do a tension exercise. So let's squeeze our legs first. So we squeeze the glutes, squeeze the legs, squeeze the toes. Create some tension in the body. Just noticing how it feels to have tension in the legs. And then holding it here for a breath or two. And then when you're ready, exhaling, releasing, allowing everything to relax. And take a few breaths here. Feeling just relaxed and everything soften. And then let's do the hands. So we squeeze the fingers, squeeze the face. You can squeeze the glutes again. Belly this time squeezes. So if we squeeze the glutes, try to engage the core this time and not the legs. So this is more the glutes and the core, where you squeeze the belly in, shoulders pressed into the mat, squeezing the face, holding it here, and then exhale. releasing. Just noticing how it feels to release all that tension in the body. Then let's do the full body. So from the toes, fingers, glutes, belly, everything squeezes, face squeezes, squeeze. Engage everything. And then exhale. Relax. And then you can also do a body scan. So just, the nice thing about this one is doing the tension first is that you don't really need to do a body scan after because everything should feel nice and relaxed. But if you like, you can also do a body scan by starting at the toes. Taking a couple breaths, focusing on the toes. And as you exhale, just releasing and letting things soften into the body. And then you can work your way up to the legs and the hips and then the fingers and chest, shoulders and face. And if you find your mind wandering, just go back to your breath. Maybe count your breaths. Maybe you're inhaling for a count of 4 or 5. And then exhaling for a count of 4 or 5. If you have a blanket, you can always put it on top of you before Shavasana. And just allow yourself just to focus on the breath, allowing your body to sink into the floor, just to be heavy. And you can stay here for as long as you like. And then when you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. You can reach your arms up overhead to give yourself a stretch. Or bring your knees into your chest to give yourself a little hug. And you can roll to one side if you like. Or you can just massage your spine by just bringing the knees into the chest and then roll up to seated. Oh. So that is the last pose of the month. So day 31, that's Shavasana, corpse pose. Again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the poses. Feel free to reach out. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or message me, and I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. And thanks again for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed all the different poses that I offered this month. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.